Concerning Nnamdi Kanu's release, Abaribe breaks fresh news to Biafra, vows to stand as the IPOB leader's guarantor. Sees details. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to the channel that we got to hear this morning. As our headline for this morning says that concerning Kanu's release, Abaribe breaks fresh news to Biafra, vows to stand as the IPOB leader guarantor. See details. Lawyer representing Abia South Senatorial District, Iyana Abaribe, is optimistic that President Bola Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. Abaribe described President Tinubu as a listening leader, saying the president will do the needful to address the criminal activities in the southeast. The lawmaker said this while addressing reporters after visiting Governor Alex Otiti of Abia State. We aren't just a band of blind musicians, we have journalists, teachers, and computer. Ababe hoped the president would heed the advice of the Attorney General of the Federation and others who have called for the release of the IPOB leader. He said, I expect that the president would listen to both the Attorney General and every one of us who have been agitating for this issue of the Southeast. First of all, the insurgency, the sit-at-home on Mondays, and every other thing we have noticed in the Southeast. What we now know in the Southeast is that criminals and all other people who advocate violence have taken over and are using the name of Nnamdi Kanu to perpetrate all these despicable acts. Well, we know that the president, being a listening man, will also look at all the issues involved, which we have presented to him from various mediums, that he would do the needful and release Nnamdi Kanu so that it will put a stop to all these things that are happening. Well, in the southeast and bring back the southeast as a hub of production in Nigeria. On the tax reform bill, which are still before the National Assembly, the lawmaker said the president needs to release Kanu to encourage production in the region, saying that you cannot tax people who don't produce. He needs Nnamdi Kanu out so that all those things that are holding us down in the southeast, that have made us not to produce as much as we ought to produce, will not be there. Ababe maintained. He quickened Kanu's release and take back the southeast region from kidnappers and cultists. Ababe pledged that political leaders in this region are ready to stand as guarantors for his release. We continue to call on President Bola Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. We are ready and willing to be the guarantors for him to be released so that we can have life coming back into the southeast and take it away from the criminals, kidnappers, and cultists and dangerous element, the lawmaker said. We'd love to hear your thoughts, he said. And that was what Abaribe said for us. So, concerning this today this morning, which says here that concerning Nnamdi Kanu's release, Abaribe breaks fresh news to Biafra, vows to stand as the IPOB leader's guarantor. I mean, there's nothing I'm not going to hear concerning this Nnamdi Kanu's case. I'm telling you. And if you're talking about people who have been actively calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, I mean, let's add Abaribe's name to the list. Yes, this man has been calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu back to back. Him and Benjamin Kalu, and a lot of other senators of the south that came from the southeast, they've all been calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu because they talked about Tinubu tax reform bill. Abaribe said that you cannot tax people that are not producing anything. Yes. It is when you release Nnamdi Kanu that development will start. I mean, we're not developing anything and you want to tax them. No, it doesn't just work like that. It doesn't just work like that. That's what Abaribe said. Even the Southeast Developmental Commission that Tinubu just launched recently in the Southeast, they told Tinubu that they cannot develop anything as per se this insecurity in the land. You cannot develop under insecurity. You have to first solve the insecurity problem. The only way to solve the insecurity problem is by releasing Nnamdi Kanu. That's just the way. That's just the only way to solve the insecurity problem in Nigeria. It's by releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing more, nothing else. Yes. Nothing more, nothing else. Well, Abaribe still believes that Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu. As for me, I'm not even sure Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu because if Tinubu was actually if Tinubu actually wanted to release Nnamdi Kanu, he would have done it since. Although Tinubu promised in 2023 that he will release Nnamdi Kanu, but see, you can see 2 years before the 2023 election, he promised that he will release Nnamdi Kanu if he won presidency. But you see, 2 years have passed. He has not even said that name again, Nnamdi Kanu. That's why I said that Tinubu cannot release Nnamdi Kanu. All of us are thinking that Tinubu will release him. Tinubu is even using the Nnamdi Kanu's case for his own gain, for his own personal gain. Tinubu, just like the rest of all these politicians, they don't care about Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, even Tinubu does not even want Nnamdi Kanu to be released because he sees Nnamdi Kanu as a threat to his second term ambition coming 2027. I mean, that's just the main point. You see, these politicians that call themselves politicians, they're the ones even causing the insecurity in the south because they know the only solution is to release Nnamdi Kanu, the innocent man, but they don't just want to release him due to their selfish political gain. They don't just want to release Nnamdi Kanu. That's just the main point of things at this point in time. They don't want to release him. And yeah, God, I mean, God will still fight for Nnamdi Kanu. That's just the main deal here. God will still fight for Nnamdi Kanu. He cannot stay in that jail forever. He cannot stay in that jail forever. Even though the federal government think that packing army personnel in the southeast to stop the insecurity, it's not going to stop the insecurity. Do you know how many army personnel have died in the southeast on their mission to bring peace? I mean, that is not the way to be bringing peace to the southeast. That is not the way you can bring peace to the southeast. The only way peace can come back to the southeast is if you do the needful by releasing and the Kanu paramount. That's just it. If you do the needful by releasing Nnamdi Kanu, because the man was an innocent man when you guys went to Kenya and go and kidnap him. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu was innocent when they all flew to Kenya just to go and kidnap him. You've kidnapped him now. Yeah, you don't want him to have a fair trial. You keep him under watch 247, keeping him prolonged detention. That is just so wrong. I mean, a lot of human rights organizations, internationally and both locally in Nigeria, has all called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. If you should start counting people who have called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, I mean, we'll count from now to tomorrow. There are a lot. And still, yeah, the question is, should Tinubu know they hear all these people when they are calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? Or is Tinubu not seeing all the letters that they are writing concerning the release of Nnamdi Kanu? That's just the question everyone is asking. Or what do you guys think? Tell me, drop your comments in the comment section concerning this issue, because the issue of Nnamdi Kanu is one that if you don't understand, believe me, cannot get it. Well, as at this point in time, Nnamdi Kanu is still in jail. Like I said, Binta has prolonged his detention indefinitely. We are still looking concerning how things will go around. As for Nnamdi Kanu now, he's still in jail. Only God know when they will start his trial again, since they've adjourned it indefinitely. Yeah, only God know when he will start his trial again. I just really hope that he will come out from all this successfully. That's just it. But my own point of view is that if after all this Nnamdi Kanu now wins that court case, and Nnamdi Kanu now given the freedom that he wants, will the federal government apologize for all the times being spent in prison? Drop a comment in the comment section and don't forget to leave a like on the video. Then tap the subscribe button as we go on with the notification bell so that anytime I have any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.